Guys. Hi guys, so today we're starting with doing some more with parallel and perpendicular lines. What we're going to be doing now is writing an equation with knowing if lines are parallel or perpendicular. Here we go. What are we doing? Given a linear equation at a certain point, you can create another equation that passes through this point and is either parallel or perpendicular. So things you want to keep in mind. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. Floats. Sometimes negative reciprocal I think of as opposite sign, and then reciprocal is flipped. It's kind of your common way to think about it. Okay, so let's work some examples now. Number one, write the equation of a line that passes through this point, -2, 7, and is parallel to the line y equals -4x plus 1. What you need to do is you've got to find out what is, so the first thing that you do is find slope. Well, in here, my slope is -4. Second thing you're going to do is plug in slope and point into point slope formula. That's the easiest one to use because then you can solve simply to y equals mx plus b. Step 3, solve for y to get into y equals mx plus b. Oh, you can't see everything. All right, let's work the problem. I'm taking the slope and the point, and remember this is x1, y1, and we're plugging into y minus y sub 1 equals m, open parentheses, x minus x sub 1, and we plug in our information. So I'm going to have y minus 7 equals -4, open parentheses, x minus -2, double negative. So now I begin. Distribute. So I have y minus 7 equals -4x minus 8. Add 7 to both sides. And we end up with y equals -4x minus 1. This is the equation that is parallel to this one. All righty, here we go. Number 2, we're adding just a little bit more. This one was very nicely written in y equals mx plus b already, so it was easy to pull out. Number 2 is written in standard form. So here we have to solve for y first. We're given a point. We want it parallel to this equation. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I get -3y equals -x plus 9, divide by -3, divide by -3, divide by -3, and y equals 1/3 x minus 3. So for this one, my slope is 1/3. So I'm going to use this slope and this point, and I'm plugging into the point slope form again. So we have y minus -1 equals 1/3, open parentheses, x minus 3, close parentheses. And now I distribute. So I have, oh, and we have a double negative there, so it becomes a plus. So we have y plus 1 equals 1/3 x. When I do 1/3 times -3, they're negative reciprocals of one another. So this is going to be equal to -1 minus 1 from both sides. Y equals 1/3 x minus 2. This is the equation that is parallel to this one that's in standard form. This is my answer. Now we're going to look at it for perpendicular lines. Again, if you have questions, pause it, re-listen, or come and pause and come ask me a question. Number 3, or make sure that you put a question mark by it and ask me the next day if you're watching it at a different time. Okay, number 3, write the equation of a line that passes through this point, but is perpendicular to the line y equals 2x minus 4. Well, my current slope is 2. My perpendicular slope is going to be the opposite of this sign-wise and flipped. So that's going to be -1/2. So now I plug into the formula. We have y equals y minus 3 equals 4. No, not 4. Ooh, this wasn't Russian. My new perpendicular slope, we plug in the new perpendicular slope here, minus 1/2, not minus, negative, open parentheses, x minus 4. My brain is just jumping ahead. Now we simplify for y. We solve for y. Distribute. I have y minus 3 equals -1/2 x. -1/2 times -4. That's going to give me a positive 2. Because 4 divided by 2 is 2, and negative times negative is a positive. Now we add 3 to both sides. And we end up with y equals -1/2 x plus 5. And there we go. And this line is perpendicular to this one. And it's very easy to see that because these two slopes are negative reciprocals of one another. Okay, number 4. This is the same type of scenario. Like for parallel, the only difference is we have to have a perpendicular slope. I got to find it first. So again, solve for y first. So I'm going to subtract 5x, subtract 5x, 3y equals -5x minus 21, divide by 3 to everything, y equals -5/3 x minus 7. Now I can pull out the original slope and find what my perpendicular slope is. The perpendicular, since this is a -5/3 originally, then that means I flip it and make it positive. So it's going to become 3/5. This is the slope that I'm going to use. So we have y minus, now I use this point, 1 equals 3/5, open parentheses, x minus -5. Well, that's a double negative, so this is going to become a big plus. And now we distribute. Y minus 1 equals 3/5 x. The 5s are going to be nicely canceling. This is so nice when they work out that way. So this becomes -3/5 x plus 3. Add 1 to both sides. And we get y equals 3/5 x plus 4. This is the equation that is perpendicular to the one in standard form right here. Okay, you're going to finish the notes and you'll have a great day. Bye.